What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nilo Kicking Knowledge. Today is the start of Gemini season. Yes, the sun will be transiting the Mercury ruled sign of Gemini for these next 30 degrees. So I encourage you all to get out there, travel, live, be social, and get ready for the arrival of summer. It only gets better from here. All right? Today, we'll be talking about Saturn in the ninth house and what happens when Saturn is in the ninth house in your birth chart. So, what's the ninth house? The ninth house is, I was thinking about it too. I feel like it's probably like the ninth house is probably like one if not the most important house in your chart, depending on how you look at it. And I say this because the ninth house represents higher learning, right? Beyond that, it really represents our beliefs, the things that we believe in. So the sign that occupies your ninth house is really, and the planets there, is really going to um, color your belief system and the things you deem valuable in a sense from a spiritual standpoint. It shows how much you travel in life. So what I've come to realize, like, so for people, foreigners, and those coming to another country, the ninth house is it's always has something there, along with the 12th house and things like that. So I look at it as a house of blessings. um it shows your relationship with your teachers. Okay. um a lot of things. It's a very important house. It's your morals. Okay, so I feel like also with that we should really be paying attention to Sagittarius and planets that transit through Sagittarius. And Saturn is going to be here for a while. Mars is retrograde here. Pay attention, hone into what Sagittarius means in your life, and the things you need to work on. All right. And then we got Saturn. Saturn, is the planet of reality, discipline, organization. All right. It's here to teach us the realistic lessons of life. Okay. It's that routine. It's the limitations or restrictions that are imposed upon us. So when Saturn gets here, you have either the disciplined religious person or philosophical, someone who really stands behind what they believe in and they implement that into their lifestyle, whether they be, a college professor or they be a nun. You're going to know that, okay, this person is really disciplined in the things that they believe about. All right. So on one side, you either have the very disciplined person or you have the person, right, who rejects religion, rejects higher beliefs because they think they know it all. Saturn in the ninth, it gives a person obviously, a very a mature outlook in the sense of the things that they want to accomplish, and they're very much disciplined about that. So that's why I said the sign here is going to be very, very important. So what we can see here is that early in life, the person with Saturn in the ninth may not be, religious or spiritual at all. But at some point in life, they get it. They're like, oh man, I really, I really see what my elders were telling me before, or whatever. And as they get older, they embrace it. Key thing about Saturn, it improves with time. The lessons get learned over time. Slow moving planet here. All right. So next thing, the ninth house, we look at that, like I said, higher learning, college, PhD, things like that. So it's very much so a very big lesson for Saturn in the ninth to achieve and become disciplined in some type of craft. Okay, or some type of higher wisdom in life, and this can vary. Okay, and anything you do is a film that I want to watch. It's called Patterson. It's about a bus driver who um He makes these observations about the people that board his bus. And all in all, it just shows in whatever line of work you do, you can take away some wisdom. Whatever, facet or hobby you take upon, there's some wisdom in it. So for people with Saturn in the ninth, there's something out there for you to obtain. The the key is to just master it. Okay? So it's not always going to come in the form of college. College is not for everybody. But I will say, if you get Saturn here, um very well, like making an aspect towards Mercury or something like that, or conjunct Mercury, that academic route, or you have a well placed Mercury and things like that in your chart, that academic route is totally going to be for you. All right, but this is where you really want to get in and see what is Saturn doing here in your chart, and what is out there, what is that wisdom for you to gain. All right, we could see so many things from this ninth house position, because like I said, it's a mastery. It indicates a mastery of a skill, right? And it indicates one developing those Saturn qualities through their beliefs. What it is, because I always use Malcolm X as a great example. Don't never looked at his chart or anything, but a great example within Malcolm X with Saturn in the ninth house, and also in its 12th house connection too. But you use religion, or you use spirituality to completely transform yourself. Not just transform yourself, become disciplined, become engaged in reality. So that person out there who is, working for the Jehovah's Witness, going door to door, or just out there handing out pamphlets, this is Saturn in the ninth. Someone very, very much so on top of their beliefs, integrating it into their lives, and living by it. Okay, so it's a serious position, very serious position for that. So these are the things that it's indicating. But like I said, doesn't mean you need to go to college and everything. You can get the wisdom of life of architecture through here. All right, say Saturn is in like a Scorpio, or maybe like even a Taurus or something like that. Or very down, a hard working job, something like that. All right, guys. So this is my interpretation of Saturn in the ninth house. I hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so. Until then, peace.